Hi, FreddyFairhair here in outside of Oslo in a small town. Just a small town boy living in an abundant world of people and beautiful souls like the Viking group. Massive Viking audience that I have here. People are coming in right away here. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, I really like seeing these names here. Nguyen Mang Guangzole from, can I guess? I'm asking you, can I guess? Because maybe you don't want me to guess. MB Fan Club. Hi, dude. Hey, dude, if you are one. And Chase Heartless. Heartless Chase. He chases heartlessly after gold and success in life and after. Hello, MB Fan Club. Who's MB? Michael Baxon? Simon, have you ever been on safari? Hi from Geneva. I haven't, but hey, Geneva. Say hi to your whole town. Simon. Okay, I'm ahead. All questions. Okay, usually I'm very behind. I'm getting caught up in a question for too long, but it seems like you are Norwegian. Martin Blå. All right, Martin Blå is a cool guy, or a very special and interesting guy, I'm sure. If you made a fan club about him. All right, guys, you have seen the title. You can ask me anything about life, okay? Because everything kind of hangs together when it comes to social freedom and social fear or dating life. Even though I'm not a dating coach, I would say, but people have seen me talk to girls on camera and getting their phone numbers and wait for it, naked. So they like asking me questions about that too, and I really can answer them. I said can without a T, not can't. I can answer those questions too. Yes, for sure. And also, a lot of questions I have received about traveling and how I'm able to travel, um, all over the world, really. Even though it's only been about 3 continents over the past years: Europe, USA, and South America. Um, so anything about that too. By the way, when I do, I live sometimes with viewers of this channel here, actually, which I'm extremely grateful for, that I have the opportunity to yeah, stay with people, and it makes interesting vlogs too. It's kind of cool to vlog that I'm staying with people who watch my videos, but I know that most of you don't have that kind of network. um, Most of you don't have a YouTube channel where you can just say that, hey, I'm here, who's up to party. But there are ways to go around it. You can actually live in hostels, all right? As long as you volunteer for the hostel, you work like 20 hours a week, which is like 3 shifts. Um, and you just greet people, give them the keys, um, and at night you can do your own thing on your computer. You can work it. You can really work it, on the computer, while people are just knocking on the door, and you just open for them. All right, and then you can sleep for free. Um, there are lots of hostels that need this kind of help. Okay, and I might go to the U.S. now and actually do that. Um, it's one option. Okay, there are many options. Interesting. And you can go to a country that is, and especially if you live in the western, northern world here in Europe or in California, where it's even more expensive than in Oslo. San Francisco is actually more expensive than in Oslo. Quite, quite much more actually. So then you can go to really cheap places. Just a few hours away, there's Mexico, okay, which is 3 times as cheap at least. And you can go to Southern Europe where it's twice as cheap. Um, and you know, very, and if you also eat, instead of eating out, you get a cheap apartment for like $200. You can live, yeah, you can just, and you go to the grocery store. Instead of eating out, you go to the grocery store, and then you just get your bacon and your sandwich ingredients, and you work it in the kitchen, maybe, you know, a couple times a day. You're full, and now you have plenty of hours to do whatever you're passionate about. If it's going out to be social, you can go out. And also, in if you're struggling with social anxiety stuff, fear of social, or and especially if you struggle with, if you have a girl problem, all right, you can go to a different place where you are exotic. That's one tip that can work for some people, and for others, not as much. Okay, but like there are countries where I'm not interesting at all, with blonde hair. I remember in Serbia, people, I was not getting looks everywhere, or I was getting very few. Okay, that's what I mean. In Serbia, where you need to be tall and dark and powerful, um, in order to get the girls looking at you. Um, but in Brazil, it's a totally different story. Okay, then the Serbian tall guy would not be as interesting as this blonde fucker. All right, with green. Okay, I should have, like, they really like blue eyes, really. So even, yeah, this but this is enough, apparently, in those countries. If you really want to, if if you really can't, um, if you're really scared of girls, you can go to those places there. Uh, or if you're not confident with girls, they might even talk to you. Okay, I just gave away a lot of tips there without anyone asking, really, but here's a lot of questions. So Morton's here. He says, "Go, I will." What's okay? Thank you, Morton. I appreciate that. Where are you going, Morton? Are you going to party? Um, in Nguyen, you should do some dancing in public. I have done that, but okay, maybe I could do that. Dancing in public. I did this one really awkward video. It was called "Dancing with Strangers," and it was actually a promo video for this other YouTube musician. He made a song, and then I was supposed to play that song, and I was making $100, but I never asked for the goddamn $100 bill. Actually, I think I forgot. I think I didn't care. Um, that was irresponsible of me. But the video got awkward really quickly. Check it out. You probably need to hold somebody's hand watching it. Passive income. You're not really talking to a millionaire here, but I know people who have massive passive income, and a lot of them do. I'd say the most typical one is to do consulting, and yeah, some kind of consulting on an expert field that people come to you for. People come to you to get this problem fixed. You have specialized knowledge and expertise. Right now, I'm providing lessons and therapy, or kind of coaching guidance for people who struggle with social fear and social skills, mostly, or people who want to take their freedom levels higher. Okay, and they see this life I'm living with traveling and girls and I'm making it look really cool, right? It's not really as cool in reality, but at least those moments happen and they get inspired, uh, and uh, and yes, I say, hey, I can help you, and some of them really need that help, and we'll take it, and we'll exchange value for it. Okay, I give them coaching, they give me a better opportunity to pay the bills. All right, and my channel is not that. It's like 240,000 subscribers, but look here, only 20 people watching. So you don't need that big audience. You can start on your own Facebook, talk about healing animals from cancer, and there's probably a couple of your Facebook friends who have a dog with cancer or something like that, and maybe we'll go to and they have never seen anyone talk about this before, and suddenly it's right in their lap. They were probably asking for help, all right, because it's so niched. It hits them right in the heart of their needs right now. So specific. Okay, if I talk about just something vague like, oh, it's important to be positive in life, and you kind of there are some YouTubers who do this, and this hits a lot of people, but it hits them really kind of small. It's not like it's life changing. All right, but if you can hone in on one problem, uh, people can pay you, and sometimes a lot. Hope that answers your questions. Those are my 2 cents. I didn't know that I said that. What's your favorite land? Where are you from? Norway. My favorite land country is um, hard to tell because I really think that yeah I really like a lot of countries and a lot of places. Mm, but but probably my home or my work home is California. This is where my roots are. All right, I'm standing with my roots in the earth, right here in Norway, where my family and or childhood people are. There's a certain network here and a lot of places that I know and I feel comfortable in, But as far as work, it's probably the US. Um, in culture, I would say Brazil. They have so much to offer culturally. And in Europe, I enjoy the Serbia and Croatia, where it's good food and like very much less costly. Um, and the women are beautiful and but beautiful in Eastern Europe and in Brazil and everywhere really. But I reacted to the Eastern Europe girls a certain way. Yes. Um, yeah. How do you overcome approach anxiety? You can actually get together with other people who are doing it, and then you will do it eventually. Uh, so you need to find the people who are already doing it, hang around them, or say that you're interested in learning it. Um, Approaching girls, I'm assuming that that's what you're interested in. So you hang around them, or you can be in forums, um, and eventually we'll just get it together and do it. A method that I like to use is the Kaizen method, where you have a sheet and you put um, you write approaches, okay, in one line, and then you put days in the month: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, all over the upper part of the sheet. and then you have some skills that you want to improve, like approaching, and then you will just write a 0 every time you don't do it, and eventually you will be probably you can also write -1 if you saw a girl you really wanted to talk to, and then you backed out, and that's gonna make your awareness, brothers and sisters, is the key to life. Okay, there are many ways to articulate keys to life, but that word awareness and what that means, like observation, is so important. You don't need a whole lot of pressure and uh, an Adolf Hitler who's like whipping you with his belt, and you better approach that girl, otherwise I'm gonna put you in a corner and I'm gonna spread my legs around you forever. All right, Adolf Hitler's legs around you forever. Not really something you want, so maybe you will approach, but you don't really need that kind of motivation in order to, and maybe you'll be too scared, and you'll just scare the shit out of the girl. So observation, just looking at the numbers, like it's a numbers game, a lot of people say, but you can put it on the paper. Okay, every time you see a girl that you really wanted to talk to, you write a -1, or if it was 3 in a day, you write -3. But just writing a 0 for every day you're not doing it, or a -1, will motivate you, naturally motivate you. Okay, it's just you, and eventually you will get natural inspiration to go for your first. And this is also a really important, like this is also super useful, to break down the approach. So the first day you can just somebody says I look tired. That's probably true. Yeah. uh, um, been editing a lot today, and doing uh, things that I didn't really need to spend that much time on. But if you break it down, you break down the approach to just um, asking for the time. All right, you don't need to worry about numbers or getting a date. All right, but just ask for the time, and that's your action. Okay, you write ask for the time, stranger for the time, or hot girl for the time, and then you write down every day you're not doing it. All right, and you write down how many times you're doing it each day. How many times can you do that? It's just the time. Okay, it's so hard to get rejected if you're sincere about it. If you're if you're really nervous and really overthinking it, you might get ignored because they might uh, think that you're a seller. But if you come up to someone and really genuinely ask for the time, okay, they will tell you the time, and girls too. Okay, no matter how hot she is, she's able to tell you the time. All right. And if it doesn't go the first time, it's not personal. It really is not. Okay, they might just think that you're a sales guy or something. In the worst case scenario. So, and then once you're comfortable, and you will be if you do it over and over again, and you put awareness to it, and you put it in the comments. I mean the Kaizen sheet. You type it in how many times you're doing it. You will get comfortable doing it, and you can actually escalate or increase the difficulty um, of the approaching strangers. So now you can maybe start a conversation for maybe a minute. All right, and you have this one question that you would like to know. Maybe it's a survey. You can have a survey, or you can ask people where what you're new in town and you wonder what kind of places you should go the first day. All right, something simple as that. And then you have a minute conversation. They'll probably teach you a couple of things. They'll probably talk to you for a minute, at least, or yeah, not at least. Sometimes not as much, but some people definitely give you a minute or 3 or 10. And now you're getting warm. You're getting warmer and warmer, and then eventually you can be more upfront. You can actually tell them the truth and say that the reason why you're coming up to them is because you really like their, and try to find something unique about the girl, um, and uh, and that will help you stand out because they feel like you're seeing them. Okay, they want your presence more than anything. Uh, okay, there's a lot of like discussions. Oh, they want you to be an asshole, but they don't want you to be an asshole. But they want you to be authentic. All right, um, um, normal. All right, present, and not agenda based niceness. Okay, being manipulating and controlling. All right. Okay. Coco, I'm in Oslo. Ozzy, do you resonate with Patrick Bate? I don't know who that is. Who's that? Who's Patrick Bateman? Is barbecuing still banned in Norway? Due to somebody asked me that last live stream too. It's not. It's not. I don't think it's banned now. No, I think it's pretty. It's pretty wet now. It rained a lot this morning, this day. So I don't think so. It's fine now. What psychology authors do you read? What next after Young? I'm not reading Young actually. I should do that, but I'm super interested in Myers-Briggs, which was launched by Carl Jung, or he launched these functions that we have. Okay, I'm my dominant function is extroverted thinking and introverted feeling. So I'm ENFP, and changing from ENFP to INFP most of the time. But if I'm in my zone, I'm definitely ENFP. If I'm unstimulated over a long time, I'll probably turn into an INFP, isolated. But yes, so I'm all about like possibilities and seeing new things and having new experiences, traveling places and freedom. That's what I'm all about, and that's what I learned from Young. But I'll definitely look into Young, man. Young man. How about you? What kind of psychology authors do you like? I'm reading mostly spiritual and self-help literature, not really um, class material. But by all means, I probably should. I probably should learn more about the therapy, for example, because I'm having a lot of conversations with guys who want to better themselves with their social lives and increase their confidence. So I should probably read a book or two about therapy, like direct therapy. I feel like I have enough experience to like transfer my point of view or my perspective to them, which is the most important thing. But I should probably also look into psychology, like legitimate or conservative more conservative ways to to affect people and help them. Why don't you cut your hair? Because I just did. All right, didn't you didn't see my last video? It was about why I cut my hair or started cutting my hair. I told you that I was not gonna cut my hair until I had 1 million subscribers. Okay, kind of failed at that, huh? But it's not too late. Okay, I did a rebirth. Okay, I'm more peaceful in my soul, and I'm able to rock it now. Okay, you didn't see this kind of passion back in the days. You just saw me do funny things. All right, and I was working really hard at it, but it was easier then. I had not this kind of confidence back then, man. All right. Uh, do you hate Vitali? No. Maybe some do. Maybe you have an impression that some pranksters hate Vitali, and maybe they do. I think that I met Vitali last fall. I on the beach on Venice Beach, and I told him the story when I failed streaking in the World Cup 2 weeks before he streaked the final, and he really liked that story. Um, and he gave me his number, and he asked me if he he wanted to do the naked guy picking up girls. Okay, he wanted to pick up girls naked here in Europe. Um, but it didn't reply my text afterwards, and I may not have done it anyway, because that kind of stuff is risky now, you know. With it's like it, at least yeah, I don't think I'm not really tempted to do it in a while, I think. All right, but probably like he looks a little crazy in some videos, but yeah, and he looks overly muscular in a short amount of time, but hopefully he's doing good, and mentally he has mental balance. I believe in him. I do. Okay, but he seems to have a very a big drive to and that's fine, like a big drive. Okay, but I was about to say prove himself, but who doesn't? A lot of successful people are driven that way, and so if he's still, then that's not uncommon. Nigel, best place to meet a girl is a library. I have met some girls in libraries, yes, and it was pretty. It was pretty. It was a nice place to meet girls, yeah. Uh, if it's the best place, I'm probably not. Probably not the best place. It's a pretty good place. The best place. It's probably a yoga class or some place where, or maybe a dance class. Like imagine dancing with girls. You don't even need to approach. You're just dancing with them. Okay, they have to dance with you. They just dance with everybody. And yeah, it's that I'd say that could be one of the best places. Ideal is feeling fear. Okay, if you're feeling fear, look at it. Okay, refuse to give in to the fear. The fear wants you to resist it and be like, "Oh no!" But don't do that. Okay, it loves it. It loves it. Okay, you don't have to do the thing. All right, you don't have to do the thing, but start thinking about it. You don't have to do the thing you're scared of, but explore your fear anyway. Like, why am I reacting this way? Okay, and be try to find out why. Um, and really don't back away from the feeling of fear. What we're scared of the most is actually feeling the fear, and the feeling of the fear is not doing the thing that makes you scary. Like it's not picking up girls naked. The fear is really feeling the fear, and you can feel the fear right here without doing it. All right, and that's gonna help you. Okay. Eventually, you have to do things, but it starts with you know, confronting the fear inside. All right, with meditation and you can do healing. There are lots of healers. I do healing. All right, you can schedule something with me, um, and uh, and yeah, having somebody to talk to and express it with, and somebody who can reframe your worldview is really helpful. Um, so yeah, okay, let's go back to the comments. You look homeless, I saw there. I think I've looked homeless for years uh, on my channel. Probably not looked like the most full YouTuber out there. Do you still do NoFap? I'm on NoFap. Yeah, it's been 6 months now, I think, and it's very effortless. It's just by itself. I don't even think about it. Because I appreciate the energy that I have, so I'll just I don't want to ejaculate because then the energy goes away for a couple of days, and that's too much for me. So I try not to do that naturally. So it's very effortless now, and I feel like I'm transforming the energy to do things instead. to this aliveness. You get this new aliveness. That's actually in Chinese medicine. The no-fap is like a must. It's a must for healing. Elliot Allerson, that's actually great advice. Thanks. Billy, does it work if you're fat, ugly, and short? Yes, this is a kind of I'm assuming you mean the approach method. This is inside work, so it's just your head. So anything you can do to get rid of social insecurities and self-esteem issues will work for no matter how you look like. Yes, and it'll make you more attractive. All right, if you look attractive, that's an advantage. But I'd say 80% of it is when it truly comes down to it. Okay, being having your shit together on the inside, there's nothing more attractive than that. If you're good looking and you can get a date, great. All right, but eventually she will see who you are on the inside, and that's gonna matter more and more and more. So yeah, do the inside work and do the best on your outside. Like just work out, eat healthy, and when you're working on the inside, and what's going on with you, um, then you will eat better. Okay, you will probably age more slowly, and you will look more awake. Okay, you will have these naturally curious eyes, wherever you go, and people will be like, "Why is this guy looking like this?" All right, and they will be attracted to you that in that way. So there's still a lot you can do. It might take years, okay, to get into a great shape, a fitness shape. But yeah, do anything you can do. All right, compare yourself with yourself, and trust that in 10, 20, 3 years, 1 year, or 30 years, okay, you're gonna win. Okay, you can get really far. Mr. Norick, Nigel, hey, I sell my wife for internet connection. Exec Pante, is this Fetsen? This is not Fetsen, this is outside of Oslo. There's a bus. Bye. Yeah. If I want to go to Oslo now and drink, I should have taken that bus. Hello to Brother Aji. Comment ça va? I'm speaking French. But Português, você fala português? Tudo bem? Tudo bem? There are no Brazilians here? Oh, there's actually a guy from Portugal here, Ruben. So, Brother Aji, are you gonna travel? Hey, Brother Aji, do you wanna be on the chat here? Maybe you can join the chat. Let's see here. Alrighty then. Okay, I'll read. There's a lot of comments. So, what is your favorite Norwegian dish? It's potatoes and meat cakes and lamb, I think. I eat a lot of chicken and burritos. It's Mexican, I know. Can you do a naked prank again? Maybe I'll probably do a naked prank in the future. I don't have any call for it right now, but I probably will in the future. How big is your wiener? I think about. I don't. Should I answer that? But I almost did. But I think it's kind of average, man. I really do. Anders, where from Norway are you? Oslo. 30 minutes away from Oslo. Okay. In a town called Gjerdrum. It's really weirdly spelled. Which kind of new videos, specifically social experiments, would you like to try? I want to try a few documentaries about interesting people, but that's kind of off topic. So streaking, that's a dream I have. All right. But I just got a GoPro camera, so I'll put that on the head and go talking to people and talking to girls probably a lot of the time while I'm traveling and I won't need a cameraman. And brother Raji actually uh, partially inspired me to buy a GoPro so I can make videos like that, you know. And I'll have my Viking helmet, all right, and I'll put the GoPro right on the Viking helmet, so it'll be like the opposite of a hidden camera. It'll be a very not hidden camera, obvious camera. What do you guys think of that? The GoPro thing? It's gonna take balls to film alone. I've never done that before. To film pranks alone. That's something new. But I'll work it. I'll use the Kaizen sheet to do that. And I do that now. I write down for every day I'm not filming an interaction with the GoPro camera. I write a 0, and eventually I need to have videos, right? So I will do it eventually. Closet, which kind of new videos, specifically social experiments, would you like to try? Yeah, I just said that. By the way, sponsored thing or whatever, there's a webinar on Sunday, and I hope as many of you can join that, because I really have a big presentation on social freedom, social anxiety, shyness, overcoming the fear of approaching, traveling. I will give you the secrets to travel around the world as a way to conquer your social fears and insecurity, and gain confidence and self-esteem, and how to change your life into this kind of lifestyle and be able to travel even though you don't have a whole lot of money, and maybe we'll even save money if you travel. So I'll have a webinar called the Social Freedom Webinar. It's in the link. You can register there for free. And it's going to be on Sunday at noon Pacific time, so noon California time, which is 8 p.m. London time. Okay, hope to see you there. I can't speak. Okay, I like new Norwegian, old Norwegian. Jeg er fra Jølster. Har du hørt om Jølster? I fjell og dal og... Oh, I'm screaming in front of a house and it's kind of late. Saw that spooky house over there? It's an old school, actually. It kind of freaks me out. They probably think I'm like a terrorist, maybe. All right. What's your advice on social anxiety? Myself, I struggle to talk to anyone, and I find almost everything awkward, and even struggle to just walk through town. Okay, social anxiety is it comes from early on. Okay, for some reason you've been traumatized in ways, expressing yourself, and you've been hushed at, or you've been shamed for it in the past, and then you develop this fear of being judged. Yeah, I'll talk a whole lot of it on the webinar on Sunday, so make sure that you come to that webinar, and I will go through a whole 2 hours of my perspective, as much as I can give in those 2 hours. I'll do that, but it is possible. I had social phobia, and a few years later I was picking up girls naked, and that will not happen to everybody. I know that. And it should also be said that I was making a video, and I was motivated to make to push myself because I wanted to get views on YouTube. So I don't do that for fun, okay? Even though it was super fun. Yeah, it's a lot of internal stuff, okay? Being mindful and really look at yourself, okay? Look at your own fears, and do cognitive work, a lot of deep work. It's a whole healing process, but it's possible. It's really possible. like having social anxiety is not natural. Um, Being super smooth is actually natural, um, without all the fear. And the fear can be dealt with. It's just fear. It's just misunderstandings in your mind, that the mind made it. You know, your worldview is wrong. Your worldview is wrong. Okay, the traumas control the way you see the world, um, and getting down to the dirt, like I did with ayahuasca and stuff like that. You don't have to do that. All right, and I don't recommend doing that right away either. Uh, um, but there, like, as long as you are around people, if you do something fun, if you do something fun, where there are people, your social anxiety will get more and more reduced. Okay, and the more you get out of your head, the less social anxiety you will have naturally. All right. Gubmig thinks I'm getting old. That really hurts my ego. No, it doesn't at all. Fuck yeah, no, it doesn't. Joe, cool. I love you, bro. I love you too, I think. That's what you should say. If you want dating advice, if your girl says to you, I love you, you say, I love you too, I think. Okay, and that way, I think. Like exactly that way. I love you too, I think. Then she will be really impressed. And you're gonna, you know, you're gonna have sex forever. You don't even have, you don't even need a job. With this pickup line, I love you too, I think. I mean, this pickup response to I love you, you will not need to worry about it. You don't even need to work. She will do, she will like, she will get so empowered that she will make twice as much money and you don't need to do a thing. Okay, let's get on with it, Freddy. All right, you're not as funny as you think, okay? Um, Karen, are you a full-time YouTuber? Well, I do YouTube full-time, but the income is not really a Norwegian standard income. Um, we have pretty high salaries here in Norway, um, and I'm nowhere near that now. But I will be there. Okay, I will. I just need to talk a lot about. Um, I want to give value to. I need to. I need to give value to people in order to um, have a meaningful life. But I think as long as I do that, then some people will request coaching with me, uh, and that's how I will classify as a YouTube, full-time YouTuber. That's how the money will come in. Okay, by helping people, I believe. Uh, but helping without really wanting anything in return, I think is key. So like, be as spread as much wisdom as I can through live streams or videos, and I enjoy doing that anyway. I enjoy doing that anyway. I want to do that anyway. Okay, and if somebody wants to work with me one-on-one, they're free to do that, and get more attention. So, how do you overcome social anxiety talking to people and being outside? And being outside. Okay, okay, the fear is there, all right, and you need to open the doorknob, okay, pull it out, walk out, okay, and at least be able to be in public. You don't need to talk to anyone, all right? As long as you feel fear, man, as long as you walk around in public and you feel fear and you feel anxiety and judging yourself, that's like you are killing every time, every moment you're feeling social anxiety, you are being healed, all right? Because you're observing it. Okay, you know, in quantum physics, when molecules are being observed, they change. All right, isn't that insane? Imagine in yourself, okay, feelings and sensations going on in yourself. Those kind of molecules, brain chemistry, uh, okay, signals from the nervous systems to your muscle response, they will change, all right, as long as you're aware of it. So just going out in public, just do that. You don't need to talk to anyone. Don't put any pressure on yourself. You're okay, all right? Watch my video that everything is okay. It's okay to have social anxiety. Um, it's okay to not want to have social anxiety and still have it, all right? No matter how you react to it, it's okay, all right? Um, and you can be patient as long as you develop a little bit every day, 2 steps forward and then 1 step back sometimes. You're naturally growing, all right? I'm sure that if you have social anxiety now, you can really kill it in life because you're on this journey of improving yourself, and you will improve yourself, all right? It's impossible as long as you're listening to my videos and being interested in your own development. Crocodiles or dinosaurs. Well, let's do another example. Like monkeys or apes, chimps became human, all right, by intending to improve, all right? That was a very slow process, but okay, you're not going to get wings, physical wings, but social anxiety is going to go away, all right? It's you respond to hang out with people who are inspiring and optimistic, um, and you will pick up on their frequency, all right? And come to my social anxiety, social freedom webinar on Sunday, and you watch the whole presentation I do there, and you'll have a lot of 2 cents to work with, to a good starting point to work from. uh, Ruben, greetings from Portugal. Hey, Portugal. Hi, Joe. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? I'm not sure. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses? Duck-sized horses. All right. Okay, small horses. Or one horse-sized duck. It's a funny question. Probably because it's duck. It sounds like dick. 100. I definitely wouldn't fight a horse-sized uh, human genitalia of the male kind. Probably, but man, 100 penises with the size of ducks would be quite nasty too. So I don't want to bother. I'm losing energy answering that questions. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. I'll take the horse. No, I'll take the 100 duck-sized horses. That sounds the most fun. Or horse-sized ducks, or whatever it was. Bro, is that a motorbike I hear in the background? Yeah, probably. Um, Billy, it doesn't matter if you have a small wiener. I mean, uh, how small? I think that if she really loves you, all right, she connects with your soul. That's what matters the most. All right, and anything you give her will be okay. All right. I really think so. I think if I were a girl, I think that's how I would think, honestly. The more I develop spiritually, the more girl I become, or the more I understand the girl mind, because I integrate the masculine and the feminine, and that's how they think. Okay, I think the wiener is just a bonus if it's super nice. All right. Uh, so yeah, focus on yourself. Focus on what you can change. All right. And yeah, but that's honestly what I think. I think the answer often is an answer of relief. Often, very often, the truth will make you smile. And if it doesn't make you smile, seek a deeper truth. Where are you now? I'm in Norway, outside of Oslo. Who is you in the forest looking? Is anybody looking at me? That freaks me out, man. Don't ask questions like that. Bobby, Freddy Go, MGTO. I heard that expression. I'll answer you on WhatsApp, brother Raji. I will. Eu vou responder. Eu vou responder broderagem. Ok? Viajamos. Viajamos para Estados Unidos ou Espanha ou Portugal. Que você pensar? Zlatan is better than you. What's the key thing that hello your that broke my anxiety? It was it was embarrassing myself on purpose in public. Like, take that one commitment. It sounded so attractive to me. It was like worth the fear. Okay, can I really conquer my social anxiety if I just walk out one time in public with a sign where it says I'm an idiot and a pair of underwear outside of my pants? Okay, is that all I can do? Will I kick my social anxiety into pieces and get confident? I'll do it. Okay, it's worth it. It was super scary, but it was that meant a lot. Okay, I still had, like, it didn't make my whole world perfect, but it was a huge metaphor for me. Okay. But getting in a community with people who want to work on themselves, that's really key. That will inspire you to do anything. Love and support will replace your fear. All right, the fear you feel today of doing certain things, if you have people around you who are, backing you up and doing the same thing, and it's so much easier. What time is it in Norway? It's probably around 10. 21:45 or something. 9:45 p.m. Ricky thinks I'm a effing legend. Always. Okay, it's flattering. Big fan. Really cool. Thank you. Joe, when are you coming to Belgium? He was not talking to Joe, but his name is Joe. I have a friend in Antwerp. I might go there soon. Maybe not soon. We'll see. Okay. I might just go straight to Spain. But one day, maybe next year. Okay, maybe this fall, but probably next year. The downside is that people would react unnaturally if you got a camera on your head. The thing is, though, is that wow, I'm far behind because this is a long time since I talked about. I'll answer quickly. All right. The downside is that people would react unnaturally if you got a camera on your head. Well, in my experience, they go really. I'm just gonna do this if I don't have a cameraman. All right. If I'm with a friend and I want to film, I'll just give the camera to them and I'll do things. But if I don't have anybody around me, I need to do that. I'll do that. And it'll give them the opposite reaction. Okay, instead of being, it'll be so outrageous, especially if you have it on your head, and on the Viking helmet, they will kind of be freaked out, and then they will act kind of cute because there's a camera. They have to be nice to me, and they feel a little nervous, and you're gonna feel the nervousness. I can't tell you how you will react to this. This is just what I think. But thanks for the honest feedback. Yes, and I think hidden GoPro would give more natural reactions. So I'll think of ways to hide the camera. It's just not easy. It's not easy, but maybe there's a way. Viking hat is a historically inaccurate stereotype. Do you really want to propagate that? I don't really care about the stereotype of Vikings. I don't think that sounds racist either, since I come from here, the Viking land. Oh yeah, historically inaccurate. I see what you wrote there. Historically inaccurate stereotype. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. It's just a clown. I'm not a history teacher, going out there. I'm. It's just to have something on the head. And I know that they didn't have horns necessarily, but it makes the helmet more charismatic. Honestly, I don't think the GoPro idea is a good one, man. You won't get interesting reactions. Yeah, we'll see. All right. I need to prove you wrong there. I hope you're wrong. I hope you're wrong. I have done it in the past. Look up GoPro, picking up girls with GoPro on my head. Look up that video. It's one of my favorite videos. DJ Jeff side, you're great, he says. Elle, say Bolsonaro. Bolsonaro probably means I like balls or something. Jill, I think the Viking helmet can be a good conversation starter. That's true. Okay. In the end, maybe it'll be too many conversations about the Viking helmet, but maybe I'll change the head costume every time I film or something. I fucking love the TV show Viking by History. Ragnar Lothbrok. I haven't watched it, really. But I wanted to act in this Norwegian Viking drama called Norseman. It's on Netflix. And they talk like this. They talk with really strange and cheap English accent. And I want to do that, maybe. It's a comedy. André, thanks for loving me. I really appreciate that. And I love you. Of course I do. I love all beings and all things. My true self, at least, loves all beings and all things. My ego picks and chooses. I sell my wife for internet connection. Says, is it even possible to lose social anxiety when having 0 friends and seeing no way out of it? Right. The reason why you're seeing no way out of it is because fear is in the way and doubt is in the way. Where does that doubt come from? All right. You were taught to doubt that way, and you can become friends with yourself. That's how you also get friends. When you enjoy your own company as well, you enjoy yourself. You accept every part of you. All right. Okay. There's always a part of, like, if you write a list of things you don't like about yourself, all right, do that. Stand naked in front of the mirror and just write down things you don't like about what you don't like about your body, and the things you don't like about your behavior and your personality. Just make a list of that, and then once you have that list, say out loud or in your head that I fully accept myself in every way. I fully accept all these things about myself, or go one by one thing at a time. I fully accept that I have a small penis, or that it's just 9 centimeters long or something like that. I fully accept that. That might be a hard one for you, but if that's the case, uh, um, but start with the no. Start with, just go down the list, work down the list, and then you will feel resistance. Okay, the brain will go, do you think I'm stupid? All right, do you think I'm stupid? And then you go to that resistance there. Okay, accept that you are resisting accepting yourself. All right, and you go deeper and deeper like this, and if you resist accepting that, you resist accepting yourself, you can accept that part. Okay, and if you can't do that, you accept the resistance of that acceptance again. Okay, this is just a metaphor for you. There are many ways you can do. I wish I was there to help you. Um, uh, Jump on my webinar on Sunday, and I will remember your name. It's internet wife connection. Okay, just tell me that you're that guy. All right. But yes, it's possible. It really is possible. There are so many people that I met who had suicidal problems, who really changed their lives, got around it. All right, and a lot has to do with um, like yeah, one day enough is enough. Okay, but I feel you, man. It looks tough for you. But reality is, man, that it's doable. All right, and at one point you gotta stop. You will stop. You won't see a reason to to marinate yourself in your own misery anymore. You just know that you're not getting anything out of it. Okay, if you really saw that you're not getting anything out of it, you wouldn't do it. But on some level, you think you're getting something out of it. Um, or that's at least the case for a lot of people. Andre, yes, of course, all emotions come from other emotions. Yeah. Would people call the police if I tried to pick up naked as a fat dude? Maybe. Maybe higher chances. People say so. I've seen a lot of comments like that. Maybe people think so. It's getting dark here. All right, but most beautiful place you've been? Rio. I love how Rio looks like, but I think a lot of places are beautiful. Norway has a ton of places where it's just breathtaking. PCES, I die when I look at your old videos, he says in Norwegian. You're so funny, he says. And I gotta say that, I gotta translate that, of course, so you know that I still got fans, all right? Um, it makes me also miss making videos, funny videos. Andre says, bye, I love you, please do this again. Oh, I didn't get to say bye to you. You probably left an hour ago. Yeah, boy, why? Hello. Noise Control says, Frank Yang, Elliot Holes, Herman, Source, FreddyFairhair. I'm sure you would love these channels if you haven't seen them before. 1000% recommend. I actually know Frank Yang. He was at my place, and I lived with Luke, and he stayed for a week in there. He seems very awake and in tune with something high. He's interesting. He's crazy. Likes to play around the box, like outside the box. And I have a sense of those people. Elliot Holes, I know very well who is for years. Herman Siu, I don't know who that is, but I'll remember that. Herman. Can you live stream with Ice Poseidon? I've heard of this guy. After I interested in live stream, I heard of him, and I've seen him do things with Sam Pepper, who seems to do well with live streaming now. Hey Fred, I don't suffer from social anxiety, and I can hold a conversation with anyone, but I find it hard to talk to pretty girls. Mediocre girls is fine. All right, that's usually just you not giving yourself permission to bring in attractive girls in your life. It has a kind of you resist deserving them. You don't think you deserve them, but they're normal people. If they so yeah, find out. Like, look at the feeling. Look at the feeling when you're talking to a hot girl and you feel not deserving, and then you can sense that it's different. Okay, remember that feeling, that sensation in your system. All right, just dig down. All right, when you sit alone, when you go home, like sit with that feeling. Where did it hit you? What area of the stomach? And just go in there. Just go in there. Why? All right, and don't go to the head, because it will rationalize all different kind of weird stories about you. But go to the, just feel it through. Feel it through. All right, just feel it through. Breathe through it and meditate upon it. All right, and also when you're in the conversation with these girls, like just be present. All right, don't hide it. Don't try to push it down. All right. can even express it. You can even say to the girl, "Hey, you're more beautiful than, or you're above average beautiful girl," and then I get above average nervous because I don't. I it's if you were less attractive, I would be more normal with you and more myself. That might also be a good therapy for you, or a good way to express your insecurity and get it out of the system. All right, that was a couple of tips for you. Um, Philip asked, did you ever try to clickbait us? Every video, and especially lately. All right, with when I got Photoshop. Alado, Freddy, with you doing in the woods? I live here. I live here. Hey Fred, I don't have social anxiety, but I don't like the idea of engaging in banal conversations, and drain my mental energy. Do you have the same problem, and how do you suggest I deal with it? Find people on the same wavelength. Um, sorry. Uh, if you don't really want to socialize, try not to. Okay, don't feel pushed to do social activities if you don't feel like you are really called for it. And and honestly, the more you socialize with people, the more, in my case at least, the more the easier it'll be. Okay, the more you will fall in love with expressing yourself and tune in on people's energies and connect. We're looking for a connection everywhere we're going, in things, in nice clothes, in a car, in a boat, in a vacation spot, in a television program, on the next episode of Game of Thrones, Instagram profiles, or did they like me? We look for this connection all the time, this oneness connection, and it's very available in people. So do things where people are where people there are people who are more like-minded. Okay, so do things you want to do. Just do things you want to do, and you don't need to. Yeah, you don't need to be in conversations like that. You can tell them that you are that you know it's fine giving excuses to leave. It's fine. All right, and you don't have to be interested. You don't have to force the interest. What do you really think about yourself? What I think about myself, I think I'm I think I have a lot of potential. I think highly of what I can do, what I will do in this world. Um, Pretty big ambitions, and I think I'm charismatic uh, when I'm in my zone. That I connect well with people. That's what I think I'm maybe the best at, connecting deeply with people. Um, I'm very absent-minded sometimes, and that can be annoying to some people. When uh, sometimes I'm daydreaming, all right, and I'm not really present in the moment with people, all right. I'm forgetful. Okay, I can really. There you got more light. How wonderful! I can really put my mind into something and really make it happen. I can go extremely into something. Like over the past years, it's been spiritual enlightenment, uh, seeking and healing on a deep level. That's what my focus has been. Okay. Before then, it was probably the social freedom stuff. So push my comfort zone here and there, and the YouTube channel. So, and before that, it was athletics or soccer and building muscles, training. So yeah, no, I think generally I think well and better of myself every day. But there are of course doubts. I am dealing with like doubts come in every day, but less and less. But there has been a lot of it. I can tell you that. And that I'm one weakness I've seen is like assertiveness or being fearing confrontation. That's probably one. But there's also less and less of that too. Okay, if you just go within, all right. I must say that the spiritual path has given me so much. Um, okay. Uh, yeah. So that's sort of what I think about myself. I wish I have been angry at myself for not keeping this YouTube channel alive. That's I'd be lying if that wasn't true. Like if that if I said that wasn't true. All right. Uh, but now I'm here again, and I'm connecting more deeply with people here. 40 people is on. I'm massively grateful for that. Hey Fred, let's see here. Okay, I don't have a whole lot of battery, guys, here, so I might, I might, I might quit. I mean, this chat here might actually quit in a couple minutes or so. But let's get on with it. Let's get it on. Lift yourself up on your feet. Let's get it on. Captain asks, how do you travel cheaply? You can volunteer for hostels and live there and just work 3 shifts a week, and you can live there for free. Is it's okay to be camera shy? Somebody asks. It's okay to be camera shy. Yeah, if you watch my last videos about okayness, uh, being camera shy, that's okay too. All right. I think not judging yourself for being camera shy is the first step to get over your camera shyness. All right. What happened to the pranks, bro? All right, I talked a lot about that, but yeah, not really. It's probably coming again. We'll see. You know, I just don't know. I just post whatever I'm inspired to now. Um, okay, so we'll see that where that takes me. Maybe I'll end up posting a lot of pranks again. I just don't know. Um, now I'm more here, you know, talking to each one of you almost, and spreading wisdom or insights on life. All right, the tactical Luke, you're my dad. All right, Luke. Ah, his name is Luke. My son is Luke from where? Okay, the battery's going soon. Okay, thanks guys for watching. I'll quickly go through these last comments here, and maybe I'll get even. Uh, find sign up on the webinar on Sunday. I would love to see every single one of you there. It's going to be about social freedom and how to get over shyness and nervousness, and how to travel around cheaply, and improve self-esteem and all that kind of stuff by traveling and doing fun things. Okay, so I'll sign up on that webinar, and I will see you there. Okay. Gjør litt sånne der videoer her. Let's see. Go through this comments here. Find the root cause. It might be something with my confidence. Yeah, probably some traumas that creates your confidence issues. All right, just go within. Go within. Visit healers. Talk to therapists. Find out why. Find out the cause. I really want to make public prank videos like yours one day. Do you think I can? You're the guy who said you had deep social anxiety. Yes, that's awesome that you have that kind of aspiration. So I think you can. Yes, and if you do that, it'll really help you with your social anxiety. Nigel, best advice to win a first date: make the girl laugh. If you can make them laugh and they're single, you're 90% there. Yeah, they like to laugh, but it can't be this approval-seeking laughing funniness. Okay, so please, But just ground yourself, all right? Being funny is good though. It's definitely a good skill. But they want the masculine connection more than I think the. Uh, as long as you can make them laugh, you also need that a kind of grounding. You don't need to make them laugh. Okay, so take away the need of making them laugh. Captain White, love from Jamaica. Been watching for a while. Love your videos. Thanks. That's awesome having somebody from Jamaica. I'm not sure if I've seen anyone in the comments from Jamaica. Pedro, 100% of my wavelength, Fred. Come to Berlin. We have to meet up. I was in Berlin a year ago. I'll probably go there again. It was a really cool city. Nice chatting with you, Pedro. I will see each other one day. The JG guy, I sub bro, cool. I sell my wife for internet. Well, at least it wasn't one of her kids. Freddy, are you gonna make videos with subs sometimes? Yes. Fuck.